And in the Compliance Center, what I want to do is I want you to move down to Solutions, right? Where we were on data loss prevention, that little tab here. And I want you to go 3 down to Information Protection, okay? Now, once you go to Information Protection, go ahead and click that real quick. And like I said, we're going to be talking about sensitivity labels, okay? When we're talking about security, we're talking about protecting our information, right? So when attackers are trying to get that information, whether it's financial, customer, patient, whatever it is, right? Files should be self-protecting, right? Files should know who have the rights to open them and what rights they have. Okay, so the best security is self-protection, right? And unfortunately, about 58% of people actually admit to sending sensitive information to the wrong person, which is kind of horrible. But when you think about labels, right, we're talking about encryption. Okay, we're talking about labeling the document itself when you're looking at it in a basically in the background like a watermark, right? But when we're talking about encryption, right, we're encrypting the document to where only certain people can view that document, right? They have to have permission to open that document. So if anyone can get to, where you store your documents, if you have something like this to where you can put, a security label on it, you're putting that, that protection on that single document all by itself, and only certain, people that you give permissions to can actually open it. But what I'd like you to do, and this is very similar to DLP, the overview part, because you can read documents, we can see the latest and greatest news, and then also too we can watch a video if we need to. And thank you for answering the polls, by the way, appreciate that. And I'll go ahead and share the results as well. And what I want you to do is I want you to go from overview to labels, okay? So go to labels, click that. And then we're actually going to create a label today, okay? So go down to create label, a little plus sign here where it says create label, go ahead and click that. All right. And then right here, we're just going to name and create the tooltip. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your name, okay? So I'm going to put my name in here. Normally you would put, whatever you're protecting, that type of information or document as the policy name, right? But we're just putting our name, so, it's easy to decipher here. So display name, I'm just going to put my name again. And in description, we're going to do protect Social Security numbers, right? Because that's important. Just FYI, anything with the red asterisk is something you have to put in. If it doesn't, like this right here, you don't have to. Okay, just letting you know there. And then go ahead and hit next at the bottom. And now we're just going to define the scope. Okay, so it gives you 3 options here. There's only one option that we can click on and off here. We want to make sure that files and emails is clicked. Okay, now in your security, you can have groups and sites, right? And then also too, you can push it over Azure as well, which is great. We don't have that here because we're in a training environment. It doesn't give us the option, but that's okay, because everything that we do here for files and emails is the same thing for groups and sites, and then also for over Azure as well. So go ahead and hit next here at the bottom. And we're going to choose protection settings here. So we want to make sure that we encrypt the file, right? Just like I was talking about before. And then we're going to mark the content as well. Okay. So make sure both of those are marked, and then go ahead and hit next at the bottom. And now we're going to talk about encryption, right? So, I know we briefly talked about encryption, but this encryption right here for this specific document or type of document is, the 256-bit cloud encryption key. There we go. And what does that mean to you? Because that's just a whole bunch of numbers, right? Really what that means to you, it is the strongest encryption that Microsoft provides you. So when you're talking about, safety about your documents, right?